Hi everyone, welcome back. Glad to have you on this channel back again. And today I'm going to show you how to use Plexiglass to close up the Raspberry Pi monitor, this 10-inch touch screen monitor that I got for the Raspberry Pi, which will be part of the GPS project. So essentially, basically you would just be walking like this and whether hiking, trekking, woods, backpacking on adventures, basically this, you could just easily hold it and it will be protected by the elements. So a few things that you're going to need in order to set this up is Plexiglass. So the one that I got, I had two that came in a pack. And these are 12 by 16, and they are 1/16 of an inch thick. So no worries, I will put all the information for the episode below the episode. And so you'll have all the specs and everything that you need. But the next thing that you'll need is some flathead screws. So these are flathead screws, and you'll need some hex, which are male to female hex. Let me just give you a better. So basically, that's them. Now, the hex, the flathead is an M2.5. So it's going to be an M2.5. You have all kinds of specs on the box. So it's an M2.5 by 12, and the hex, the one you would use for the elevation. So one of these, it will be an M3 by 5. There. Now, very important. Let me just remove one of these, and I'll show you the way they come. So essentially, here you've got the flathead and basically the hex, so the flathead would go straight into it. The reason we needed to add some elevation is because when we go ahead and we insert here, so the essentially the video card, the video attachment here, as well as the UBCs here. If you don't have the right elevation and you use the hex that came connected to it, you won't have any clearance. So we needed to add some elevation to it. Now, how do we cut the plexiglass? Best way to cut it, and I would say the only way, is to use a plastic cutter. So one of these plastic cutters, essentially this came, just got this off Amazon, very inexpensive, and it did come with a lot of these backups, and in fact quite a lot of them. So they are quite sharp. They work perfectly. Now, best way to go ahead and cut the plexiglass, let me show you. So get yourself one of these cheapies from the dollar store. They are perfect for little projects. I recommend a heavy ruler. Now, very important, you will put the monitor on the plexiglass right at the corner. And from there, it's very simple. Just go ahead and draw the perimeter around it. Now, once you draw the perimeter, use the ruler. And here's the trick. Do not cut it with the flat part. You need to use the corners, either this corner or that corner. I prefer the bottom corner. Ideally, what you want to do, now pretend I have the perimeter here, following the perimeter. Ideally, what you want to do is, well, you could wear gloves and just watch yourself so you don't cut your fingers. You want to scrape it. Now, again, using the corner, you're going to be taking off some of the substrate from the plexiglass. Make sure you cut, make sure you go along where your perimeter is, and you see these tiny little fine parts of, that's what you want. If you don't get these off, if you don't get, well, essentially the plexiglass off, you're not going to weaken it and something is wrong. So yes, this I did not get myself, but I do love it. It was a present from my wife. I use it a lot. And yeah, I think it was more of a suggestion. So, you will need to do a lot of scrapes. And I do mean be as patient as possible, because patience is key. You want to weaken it as much as you can, and then flip it over. Once you have a nice line like that, flip it over and do the other side. Just be careful, because you want to make sure you follow the exact same line, and which is why I recommend doing taking a couple of swings at it, at least 10 on each side, and see if you're able to weaken it. If not, just go ahead and repeat it, but make sure you do follow the line exactly. Otherwise, what will happen is when you're not going to have a clean break, and you might just have to sand it a bit. So here I do need to sand it, as I do have, it's not exactly as perfect as I'd like it to be, but it's good enough. But I do need to sand it a bit with a coarse grade sanding paper, and then I'll go with a finer grade paper just to smooth things out, and it'll just be a little bit. Now, the holes. Let me show you how to go about making the holes. Let's take this back. Now, to make the holes, I recommend having somebody hold a corner, and while you hold the other corner. And what you want to do now is you just want to mark these. So you just want to make sure you put the plexiglass on top and you mark it. So you will essentially go with the drill and mark it. Don't drill in this. No drilling in these, because you might ruin the metal underneath. You really just want to create a reference point. So to do that, don't use a Dremel. Use a drill where you can have, let's get this a better, so use a drill where you can have a low RPM. I know I'm going to ruin this piece here, but it's for show. So you really want to go with a very low RPM. The lower it is, the more control you have. The more control you have, the more accuracy. So what you'll do is essentially, so pretend I'm marking this part here. Basically, you'll go right where the holes on the hex are, and you'll go really, really slow just to mark it. See what I'm doing? Basically, that's all you want to do. Just put a mark on it, and then you put it on this wood, and you could go ahead and drill through it. It's going to do a nice clean drill. So next, you will take the flathead and the hex. So flathead and hex. You'll put the flathead first, and then the hex, you can push it right into the flathead. And there you go. I just added a piece of foam here, but eventually I will take the plexiglass off. But before I do, I will measure using this tool here, just measure the interior. So essentially just will give me a nice, I'll know exactly what the interior thickness is, and take the plexiglass off and basically just put a rubber border all across to weatherproof it. And I'll show you that episode when I get to it. That's pretty much it. The drill bit, by the way, is a 7 and 64. So basically a 764 drill bit, which is perfect. And yeah, I'll provide you with all the specs for everything else. And I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and do subscribe. There's more of the GPS episodes coming up. I'm gonna do a trial and error with the GPS, essentially bringing it in the boonies and see how it works off grid. We will download a map, make sure we get our exact fix as to the location, and then we're going to start building a lot of nice, cool functions that can help hiking, adventures. Basically, we will then finish everything off with a big surprise, which I'm not going to tell you yet, but that's upcoming as well as to what we're going to do with our GPS systems. Yeah, hope you like this episode, and also if you can please like it, just lets me know that I'm on the right track and that you do enjoy these episodes. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.